Something tells me this guy likes his weed. What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer, but if you're an indie artist looking for an album review and some promo, you can hit up Luke at redmattersite.com. And what I have for you boys and girls today is an indie review, and it's for 420's album, My Way is the Highway. 420 is an artist based out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and originally from Fort Wayne, Indiana. And to check out this project and all of his other music, videos, and links, just take a look at that information box that's underneath this video. So as you can probably guess, because of his name and also by this album title, you're going to get a lot of weed references and stoner type of tracks on this one. On Highway Rollin, we get a feature from Dizzy Wright, and Dizzy has some nice bars on this one, man. He actually steals the show, and I like how he reminisces about being in the studio, smoking weed with Dr. Dre and Exhibit. I would say that 420 holds his own on this one, because he has some nice bars, but there are some questionable lines too, like when he says that he's hip like a hippo. But overall, this is a really dope track, and I like the sunny and bright feel to it. It's the type of shit you could drive around to on a sunny day, maybe with your top down. And No I in Team has a bit of a similar feel because it has 420 working a bouncy flow over this dope, soulful production. And this track is basically all about loyalty. There's no I in Team. He's letting the people who have been there for him know that if he makes it, they're going to still be there with him because he's going to bring them up. He's going to take care of everybody. It's just a track about loyalty, and it kind of shows you how authentic he is and also what he values and cherishes. His friends, his family, stuff like that. So 420 comes across as a very real dude on this project. You're not just getting some weed-laced bars. For example, on the song Too High for School, he details how he was just too high for school. Instead of going to his classes, he was busy skipping out and hanging on the block, and he was also skipping out on church as well. So this is just kind of that common story of a young man coming up and not wanting to do that daily 9-to-5 grind, get caught up in the education system, all that type of shit. A lot of people will be able to relate to this one, and it has some nice jazzy production as well. So this was a track that I really appreciated, and I also appreciated the song 100 Miles, where he's going 100 miles and running and telling the story of his come up because he came out of the projects, his daddy wasn't around, he just had to overcome a lot of things to make it. So I like that he was telling his story throughout this album because it just kind of lets you know who he is and draws you into his world. I'm glad that he was doing that because at first I thought this was just going to be some shit all about weed, just very basic, but that is not the case at all, and this album is actually very well rounded. There's some really dope beats on here as well, including on the triumphant horn banger For the Love featuring Jazz Laser, where 420 is once again saying that he does it for the love for his kids. He's just keeping it authentic again. It's not just about the money and all those type of things. So there's more to 420 than meets the eye, and if you skim this one, I think you're going to miss out on a lot. But if you really listen to what he's saying and listen to those lyrics, just pay attention, you're going to pick up on some quality bars and storytelling. So that is something that I really enjoyed about this album. But there are some moments on this album that hold it back a little bit. The song Talk My Shit is just a very generic banger. There wasn't too much about it that stood out. And No Grind, No Shine is kind of just a drowsy track. I found this one to be very dull, with the exception of a couple of references to LeBron James and Rogaine because of that messed up hairline of his. I can't talk because mine is messed up too. And he also makes a reference to the king of propane himself, Hank Hill. So I appreciate how he brought some nice pop culture references, some sports references, that type of thing into his music, including on the track Coolin, which is one of my favorite beats on the album because it's just some late night tip type of shit. It's kind of wavy, and he makes a reference on here to Stone Cold. He says that by 2 in the morning he'll be pretty high, but then by 3:16 he'll be stone cold. So I appreciated that line, and there was another line on Coolin as well where he said something about chopping it up with a chick from Texas and then getting to screwing. That was another one that I found to be pretty clever. So he does have some nice lyrics on here, touched on the content, and I touched on the beats and some of the features, including Dizzy Wright, but there's also an amazing feature here from King Los on the song Thick Line Between Real and Fake. I just thought Los absolutely killed that one as expected because of those crazy flows that he works, and Euros is featured on this one as well, and he did his damn thing. So there are a lot of good things going on with this album. At some points I think it can be a little bit generic. I touched on that a bit, and there is some content on here, you know, about smoking, just chilling, that type of shit, but I think that's part of his appeal because not every track has to be deep, and there's a nice balance here, enough content to keep you coming back for more. So I give this one a 3.5 out of 5. I definitely think you guys should check it out. And then hit me up in the comment section to let me know what you think. And make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff too, man. Where you like my videos, you share them, you follow me on Twitter, you retweet the videos, and you especially subscribe to my channel, boy. Girl, you better subscribe to my damn channel. Help me out. We're moving up at 15K. We got another Q&A. So keep it going, you guys. Thank you very much. I know I'm going to keep it going, and I'll see you next time.